Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Another weekend, another Saturday, another OST marathon. Welcome to episode 16 of OST Saturdays with an asterisk because this is going on Sunday because of things that have happened this week. But that is besides the point. We have a whole list of stuff to watch today, and two of them are actually coming with an update from last week and even a couple weeks before that. We'll get to those when we get to those. But you can see down there, I think, if I know my framing right for my OBS settings, episode 16 of OST, we've got 6 songs to check out. We've got Mr. Kihyun and Mr. Juhoney 100 himself from Monsta X on 1. We've got Haiki making their first ever OST contribution. We've got Mr. Hyunsang of Hope Pola, who's also coming out with a solo album later this month, which is very exciting. We've got Mr. Colden, and Saphira K. Both of those will be coming with an update. So if you're following the drama that those are from, stay tuned for that. And this one caught me off guard because I only found it about an hour ago. Miss Luda, My Uju Sonya Bias, has an OST out, which is very exciting indeed. So, if you're looking for a particular OST and you just want to skip ahead, the timeline below is going to be chapter based off of what we're watching, so refer to that if you would like. If you're in it for the long haul like me, welcome aboard. Let's get started. Now, we are starting off with Awake by Kihyun and Juhoney from Monsta X. Now this one apparently is for, I have the list pulled up on the screen here, Superstar X Our Game LG Twins. What a mouthful of a title that is. But Kihyun and Juhon, kind of like my two Monsta X biases. So this will be fun. Getting the smooth ass vocals from Mr. Kihyun, and then the energy and the super hot fire from Juhoney. This should be an interesting combination, and the fact that it's in OST format, this will be fun. Let me see if Hangul. Okay, you know what? We'll just send it anyway. Here we go. Okay, I didn't misclick. And we're working. Why is this a really smooth ballad already? Like, we're like 10 seconds in, and I'm... Hi, Juhon. This is so interesting. Oh, I forgot to turn the light off. There we go. It's this really smooth melodic song when Kihyun's on it. When once Juhon's on the beat, it's dirty. Yeah, it's such an interesting contrast. Because now we're back into this gorgeous vocal harmony. Like, what? It's a little vocal run he does at the end there. What a great start. What a great start to the... We'll let it roll out. There we go, yeah. What a great start to the marathon today. It's perfect. The contrasting styles within this song is just so... It's exactly what I think of when I pair, like, Kihyun's glorious vocals and Jooheon's rap together. It's literally two musical forces coming together for one song, and it's the type of music that I associate with each artist. And on paper, it should be a combination that doesn't work together, but it really does. I love how sudden Jooheon's like entry is into the rap verse, and just the fact that once it starts, you're essentially turned into like a punching bag. Like all you can do is just sit there and bear the brunt of this super hot fire that's being spat into the mic, and then all of a sudden Kihyun jumps back in with the really glorious vocals and nice background harmonies as well, and he's like, "How did we get here?" And then it's the rinse and repeat again. I think that's so cool. I would have loved to hear Jooheon on the maybe like background vocals or something during the final chorus, or like get a little bit of ad libs in the final chorus. I think once he finished his verse, it was very much a Kihyun heavy song, which I don't have a problem with. I love Kihyun's voice. If you watched the youth EP and like the youth reactions I did way back in the day, like what, last November, whenever that dropped, you'll know how much I absolutely adore Kihyun's voice. But also, like, Jooheon's my boy. Like, as much of a kind of off the rails character he might be away from the microphone and the stage, he's my boy. He got the super hot fire, and I can't help but having him being my bias that he got a little bit more involvement. But then again, considering that it's Kihyun on the other end of it, I am not complaining one bit. Oh, what a great start! So I can't wait for Monsta X's next release. Which is going to be a really weird thing to say because, again, I'm going to be missing out on an OT6 comeback because Minhyuk is in the military now. Shownu's back. But, yeah. I chose a really interesting time to become a Monbebe because I feel like members are going to be in and out for like the next few years, which sucks. But oh well. Things happen sometimes. Sometimes the timing isn't great. But we live and we move. Next up, HYKEY. HYKEY. Yes. HYKEY have had their first ever OST involvement, which is very exciting indeed. I think that's 2 weeks in a row where we've had a group have OST contributions for the first time. Because last week it was TNX. This week it's HYKEY. Very much excited for that. HYKEY done a song called Danger for the drama simply titled Family. Let's see what they do with that. HYKEY really got on a lot of people's radars last year after their Rose Blossom EP. I think that's the name of it. It was their like first proper comeback with Huiso in the lineup. Like they had their Run Maxi single, but it was like their first proper release as a group, and it was really exciting to see. And it's really cool that they garnered a lot of attention back when that dropped. Always cool to see kind of obscure groups or smaller companies do really well. So shout out HYKEY one time. But here we go. Danger. What an interesting sound signature. I quite like it. It's a bit fanciful. Oh, this is cool. It's like Haunted Carnival vibes. Huiso's voice works really well with this type of song. She's got like a little bit of playfulness in her tone that really suits it. Yeah, I love this. This is so cool.
Did I ever ask you for anything? Don't try to find out who I am. I don't even wanna know.
Oh, I love that bridge, the way they took it down and incorporated the rap verse into it. That was cool. That was a lot of fun. Ooh. Okay, I know the video's kind of spoiled the next one for me, but oh, that was so fun. That was so fun. I love that sound aesthetic for them. It really works. It's like it's a little bit spooky, but it's a little bit playful. It's a little bit dramatic. Like I think when you have strings in a song, I think it's naturally going to be dramatic. I don't know why. That might be a biased point of view because I played violin growing up, but I just love that. It does really give off kind of Haunted Mansion vibes for me. And not like a horror movie kind of way, but like a cartoon dungeon crawler video game haunted house type of vibe, if that makes sense. You know, not meant to be like your stereotypical horror house where every single turn is meant to scare the living daylights out of you and there's jump scares around every corner. But like a haunted rom-com kind of way. Even though based off of like the stuff they were showing on the video, like scenes from the show, is far from that, but it's giving me that vibe and I really like it. It's also a very chill song. It's not too dramatic in that like it's blood-curdlingly scary or it gets your heart rate racing like for an action. It's nice. It's just really nice. And they sound so good on it too. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've listened to Heike. Hopefully they have a comeback soon. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, next up, Miss IU's latest project. This one has me really intrigued because I do quite enjoy a little bit of football. Unfortunately, my teams this year are not doing all that hot. Well, one of them is doing okay, but we're probably going to lose the league again. But, yeah, Miss IU's new film project. Or she's part of the cast on it. Okay, so the film's called Dream. And the song is called Dream, sung by Mr. Ha Hyun Sang of Hopepola. Very exciting indeed. Doubly exciting because I'm about to go and record more Superband after this, which is very exciting. If you didn't know, we're marathoning all of Superband over on the community tab. That'll be out. Those usually go out Sundays. There's dedicated posts about it. Comments are always filled with people. Like, love interacting with you all about it. But Mr. Hyun Sung, who's also having a solo album, which I'm very much excited for. But you have an OST. I'm ready to learn. Here we go. Now, when I think of football, high intensity, high energy, Now this is for film, so the song might be a little bit different. Very Hyunsang like guitar part right now. Interesting vocal stacking going on here though. It's like he's recorded twice and stacked both parts on top of each other. I love the keys in the background. Oh man, it is such a feel-good song. That's a cool piece of musical writing right there. We'll talk about it later. Sure, where is it? Middle, okay. This is a very typical Hyunsang vocal color that I recognize. Oh, I love this week's lineup. Oh, this week's lineup is so much fun. This is so good. You know, at the beginning, I was kind of wondering where this was going to go because when it comes to a film OST, it's used a little bit differently. Well, if I'm looking at it from like a Western film point of view, if there's a series where they've made films and TV shows out of it, typically a film OST is applied it's straightforward. Like the film OST usually has like an opening theme, an end credits theme, and then a scattering of songs that gets spread out throughout the film. What I've noticed from the handful of K-dramas that, well, the couple of K-dramas that I've seen now, is that when it's for a drama, an artist will record a song and that song gets used repeatedly throughout the show in various uses. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like the opening theme for the film or what, but it's giving me lots of Ed Sheeran Castle on the Hill vibes. It's not as quick, but it's giving me very similar vibes. I think having Hyunsang be a very competent guitarist and that kind of like almost folky type guitar sound throughout the song I think helps. Also the key, shout out my keyboard player on this track. Does he own that? But the one thing I did want to talk about, oh yeah, the concern. I wasn't sure what this was going to be because I know Hyunsang's voice, I know Hyunsang's range now. But it was starting off not like a Hyunsang song. I was wondering where it was going to go, but then we got his trademark like high chest voice, his low head voice, and I'm like, yes, we're back. Back to business. But the I want to talk about this motif if I can find it in one go. Here we go. So that top line motif, that it's the exact same melody every single time it's being sung. But once we get this little interlude here where you just have the repeating 16th note little solo synth in the background, that background synth note is changing. The top line isn't. But it never feels like the top line goes out of key. And I think that's really cool how that's been written. I'm going to musically nerd out for a second, but bear with me. So this is G right now. We're up to C. And admittedly, like C and G, they're both in each other's keys, so that's what makes it work. And I think it's just such a clever use of music theory where it's not changing the thing that's obvious in the listener's ears in the vocal top line. That isn't changing at all. What's changing is the bottom, but it never feels out of place. And even though the same motif's been sung for 6, 7, 8 times now, it doesn't because the background keeps changing. And I love that. It's the little details like that that really gets my musical gears turning. I love that. 3 for 3. Okay. Colden. We are back with Duty After School. Now, I said I was going that these Colden's Blue as well as Saphira Case Fall Down were going to get updates. Reason being, since recording OST Saturday last week, I've gone and watched all of part 1 of Duty After School, and this won't be a drama review, so no spoilers or anything like that. But one, I have a newfound appreciation for the OST from the show that we've checked out, whether it's Justice's Gunshot or Wonstein's K-Mars. Wonstein's K-Mars has really grown on me through the show because it's really good and it's really appropriate for when it's being used in the show. And same with Justice's Gunshot as well. Like I said, that was a really high intensity song, and boy, it gets used in high intensity scenes. Really well written songs. So we're here with Colden's Blue and the next song, Saphira Case Fall Down, both from the Part 4 OST of Duty After School. The final 4 episodes, I think, are out now. I just need to find a place to find with English subs on them. I know Rakuten Viki has them, but money. But I'm very much excited to watch the rest of the show. I'm very invested already. That's also the reason why we're not watching it with the actual MV that's going with it, because I noticed after watching the MVs for Wonstein's K-Mars and Justice's Gunshot that it's using scenes directly from the show, obviously. And not having seen it and me actually following the series now, I don't want to be spoiled to scenes that are coming out in episodes that I haven't seen yet, and I don't want to take the risk. So that's why we're going to go with the audio only and no visualizers. So bear with me, please. But Colden's Blue, here we go. Okay, this is not the type of sound I associated with Duty After School in terms of what's going on in the story, so... Man, Colden's got such a smooth voice. Oh, this is really good too. Read it in. Oh, such a nice, gentle touchdown into the second verse. His high tone is so pretty. Interesting chord sequence here. Again, tasty chord sequence. Take away the bottom end for the chorus re-entry again. Pick the vocals. What a nice crisp short riser there to bring us back in. That was really pretty. That was so pretty. Colden's voice is so smooth. He has such a mellow, just gentle tone across his entire vocal register. And paired with this kind of synthwave type, like synth sample sound that they've used, oh, it's so pretty. Which has me, like, I don't have any problems with this song whatsoever. I love this. I might actually like this more than K-Mars right now. And I really like K-Mars, especially after I watch the show. But this song is so pretty, and it's almost like uplifting in a way, which makes me wonder how they're gonna use it in the show. Because I'll be honest, from what I can guess, there aren't that many opportunities for a very lighthearted moment, considering what's happened in the story so far. Like, yeah, I genuinely don't know where they're gonna use it. Like with K-Mars, if you follow the story, you kind of understand when they're going to use it. Because, well, this shouldn't be spoilers based off of what we've seen and, like, what's been released in terms of, like, MVs and teasers things. But it's high school. It's that, like, useful high school vibe. Kids messing around in class and whatnot. K-Mars, perfect application for it. Colden's almost, like, Colden's Blue is kind of giving me, like, a... I don't know, there's a certain intimacy to it, like a heart to heart moment, or it doesn't feel like there's a world crippling situation going on in the background, if that makes sense. I'd be really curious to see where this song gets used. I wonder if there's going to be, like, romantic development within the characters as well. Because the love interest certainly is there. If you've seen the show, you know, but... Okay. That was fun. 4 for 4 this week. Very much enjoying it. Saphira K's Fall Down, the other side of the Duty After School OST. Here we go. Now, this will be the first time I hear anything from Saphira K, so here we go.
I realized I was all alone.
Ooh.
I won't deny I am on my own. And here we are.
What
to
a
fight
tone.
for our lives that we deserve. We can die for deep inside. In the darkness, I fall apart slowly, like a bird in the sky. I wanna feel alive. I'm wanting for the stars.
I like that delayed entry into the chorus. That's really nice.
Gotta try and stand tall, but everything lets me down. That all my hopes are gone now. I feel the light inside fading somehow. I tell myself
The musical silence in this song is really cool.
what you've been praying for all day in your mind. I'm not afraid, giving up on my time that we deserve. We could die for deep inside when it's all lit.
I hear you, string section in the background. Main cello, shoulder strings.
Like the wind blowing fast, I wanna feel alive. I'm wanting for the stars.
Oh, even longer delay on the second chorus. I like it.
I know we've gotta try and stand tall, but everything lets me down. That all my hopes are gone now. I feel the light inside fading somehow. I see reflection on my mind, bleeding from my own.
Saphira K's vocal color is so cool. It's unlike anything I've heard before. It's really unique.
Yes, I'm still standing right here, 'cause I'm ready to survive. I'll never stop, I'll never drown, until I find my way. I'm wanting for the stars to fall. I know I've gotta try and stand tall, but everything lets me down. That all my hopes are gone now. I feel the light inside fading somehow.
Okay, I got it. Saphira K's Fall Down. Much more easier to predict, I think, how they're going to use it. I'm thinking there's a scene, okay, where they're on a mission out somewhere. The enemies come in, something goes wrong, they have to make a tactical retreat. You have a slow-mo retreating scene where you've got bullets whizzing by the protagonist's heads. You see the enemies jumping, leaping across buildings. You've got the slow motion, like blood curdling screams of teammates like trying to usher in their comrades out of the danger zone. It's got that kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? It's not like just This Is Gunshot where it's you feel the high intensity because the song is really high intensity. The way that song is being used, the way Gunshot is being used in part one of the show, it perfectly makes sense. It's full speed, high intensity action scene with this just dramatic, drawn out, slow motion, dramatic scene. Maybe an explosion going off in the background. Maybe someone gets mortally wounded. That is the vibe I'm getting from Fall Down. On top of the lyrics too, like the lyrics kind of portray that already. It's all in English, but the scene that I can imagine this fitting into is so clear in my head. And I think for me that's one of the signs of a really well written song is when your brain can come up with an image that's just so crystal clear. As for Saphira K though, wow, her voice is cool. I haven't heard a female vocalist whose voice is just so rich and comfortable that low in a hot minute. Like there are vocalists in K-pop who can sing low and be comfortable low, but her range is on a different level. Her comfortable range is sitting low in her chest voice, and it's so rich, and it's like treacle or like honey. You know how it's got like a really nice thick consistency to it, but it also allows it's like loose enough where it can kind of run and flow around a little bit, but it's thick enough where it can hold itself together. It's that kind of vibe. That was so cool. Um, I didn't realize I've been recording this long. So I have to go and cycle out laundry, so give me 2 seconds before we jump on over to the next song. Okay, and we're back. I'm glad we got it out because there was a line of people in the laundry room. And my building is not cut out for the number of people that needs to use the laundry room, so apologies for that interruption. Thank you for bearing with me. I know it was like a moment, but helps tremendously. Last song on the docket today, Miss Loda, My Uju Sonya Bias. The closest thing, honestly, the closest idol that's ever gotten to that like alt bias point. I cannot for the life of me pick an alt bias across all of K-pop, which I think is fine. You know, having favorites out of the whole bunch of groups that I follow, I think is good. It's not healthy to just pick one favorite out of everyone and just leave it at that. Ludo was the closest one though, but of course, she's doing a lot of acting now. She's done like 2 or 3 projects ever since the whole like Starship contract thing, which is super cool. I love seeing Luda, and any Luda content is great for me. I love it. But she's done a song called "Eyes on You" for My 20th 20, which is a web drama, which she is starring in. Very exciting indeed. And also, of course, she's part of the Fevers group, the Final Five that made it out of Girls Reverse, as well as Uju Sonya, whatever's going on with them right now. She's become an actress. She's got a lot on her plate recently, but it's really cool. As a Ludabase, I'm so happy to just hear her music again. So here we go. Eyes on You. Shoop.
그런 눈으로 자꾸 그대 무슨 생각을 해요 그대 좋아지는 이유를 찾아봐도 알 수 없는 나의 요즘은 그렇게 하루에도 몇 번씩
That's her kind of cutesy tone shining.
너의 품에 안겨 맘껏 행복해하는
nice short interlude back into the kind of instrumental break for the verse.
잘해주지 말아요 그대 그렇게 웃어주지도 말아요 너의 마음은 어디쯤 와 있을까 알 수 없는 너의 표정은 그렇게 하루에도 몇 번씩 그려본 장면 너의 품에 안겨 맘껏 행복해하는 나 두근대는 맘이
I like that acoustic guitar line kind of peeking through.
네가 모르게 또 한 번 눈으로 너를 안아보는 밤
It's such a subtle thing, that acoustic guitar main line, that's also slowly morphing with the piano part. It's such a small detail, but it's so pretty.
좋아지는 이유를 찾아봐도 알 수 없는 나의 요즘은 그렇게 하루에도 몇 번씩 그려본 장면
Do you hear the little guitar fills that's going on in the background?
맘껏 행복해하는 나 두근대는 맘이 전부 널 향해 네가 모르게 또 한 번 눈으로 너를 안아보는 밤
Draw it out. Oh, I wanted the extra guitars there, like throughout the song. Oh, I love melodic guitar, acoustic guitar like that. My grandpa used to do stuff like that back in the day, until his body couldn't let him do it anymore. But I don't know, something about that song gave me like European vibes, like Amalfi Coast vibes. I don't know why. Because it's definitely not that type of music, but it kind of gave me that type of energy. It's a really smooth song, and paired with like Luda's admittedly kind of cutesy sounding vocals, it's a really light-hearted fit, I think. I'm not mad at it one bit. I can't get that guitar, I can't get the little playful guitar parts out of my head though. That was satisfying. But also, is Luda playing like the intrusive, or I guess intrusive love interest character in the show? Which will be interesting to see, I think. I wonder what type of character she's going to play. I've never seen her act apart from, the little skits they did on like Hoosier Tape and stuff. Like, well, trying to run Bono over in the minivan. That's an iconic scene, but what an interesting time. And that's super cool. I love, man, seeing actress Luda and vocalist Luda on one project together. I think that's so cool. I love it when actors and actresses get involved with OST projects of their own. Like when we did the From Us OST marathon, I think like last Friday for From Us Fridays, we did the final OST for the drama Cheer, which had Gyuri in the cast, and the final song was literally everyone from the main cast singing along with the song, and it put such a big smile on my face because it looked like everyone was having so much fun. And I love seeing artists and actors, actresses get otherwise involved with their own projects. Like, I love when artists write their own music for their projects because there's that extra little bit of personalness to it. And I think the same goes with like OSTs and stuff, which I think is really cool. Admittedly, this does has me kind of intrigued, but I think the one, like the looter project that I'm more intrigued in is the noodle shop one, the other acting thing that she's got going for her. I'll have to find time and place to watch that. But this was good. This was a good lineup. Now, here's the hoping that this survives Content ID because, well, we don't have the best of luck sometimes with this. So, fingers crossed that this survives. But all in all, this was a really solid lineup. I very much enjoyed it. We got a little bit of everything again across the board. The Duty After School ones have me really excited for watching the rest of Duty After School. It's always great hearing Hyun Sang's voice, especially since Superband recording sessions coming up later today for me. Heike getting their first OST. Love to see it. We love to see firsts for groups. Kihan and Juon, as always, such an entertaining time. And of course, I'm not going to complain about the closest thing to an alt bias that I ever had in K-pop producing music. So, overall, a great week from me. Or a great week for me, I should say. But keep your eyes peeled because, again, we do this every single Saturday. We haven't missed one yet. Well, admittedly, this is going out a day late, but we haven't missed one yet. And we'll continue to do it unless something happens on my end. But that's it for me today. One last note for you all, kind of the way I've been ending videos in recent times, but my one request to you all today, not to subscribe, not to like, not that stuff. Go out and spread the love, spread some happiness out into the world, whether it be picking up a piece of trash, holding a door open for somebody, checking in with your friends and family, little things like that, just to spread a little bit of extra happiness into the world when it's a rather dark and scary place, you know? And if you ever feel like you're ever in a rough place and you need someone to lean on, shoulder to cry on, an ear to talk to, whatever that case may be, just know that I will, even though I might be just some random guy on the internet talking about music, know that I will always be an ally, a friend in your corner, supporting you through your struggles. So, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.